Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so this little lag time, I have to admit, is going to drive me crazy. So I have to figure out something to do with your getting these videos going. Why does it say 5 minutes? Okay, there we go. It reset. It just reset. Okay, so so let's start off with hey, 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 hey. I'm your girl, Yalanda Winston, and it is Word on the Street. So this Word on the Street is going to continue to talk about leasing. I feel like the lighting is a bit dark, y'all. I'm always fussing and trying to figure out my whole lighting situation. So please bear with me as I figure this out. I think this works a little better. Putting this, yeah, I need this light on me. Okay, that's better. That is better. Okay, I'm telling y'all, I'm figuring it out. I told you I had a couple toys. So I was playing around with some of my toys this morning. As usual, I lost track of time. And it just is what it is. You guys know I am a recovering perfectionist. So for me to jump on here without really understanding and having everything figured out is it's somewhat new to me, but it is an experience. So I have to admit that I was looking at somebody's Facebook page. I don't remember exactly who it was, but they mentioned something about how entrepreneurs always talk about the journey. They want to tell you about the journey and how difficult it was, but they do it after the fact. They don't actually take you through their journey so that you can see the lessons and the trials and errors and all that good stuff. So that is what this is about. You know, you guys know I do the word transparent talk, and that is about just keeping it real about the entrepreneurial journey. And so that is what this is also about, just keeping it real about the journey that I'm going through. Despite what you guys see, this is so you can see the back end of it. So you can see it not being perfect. And then you see the stuff that is perfect. So just understand that. But word on the street, we're going to do trends and market trends, updates, you know, just kind of things that's going on in commercial real estate. So we're going to do leasing. Okay, you guys. So the last word on the street, I'm looking at my computer. It's telling me, Facebook is telling me that, you know, it's running pretty slow. And I know that because I'm running StreamYard on YouTube and Instagram. And so I think after I do this, I might do a test and play around with StreamYard a little bit more to see if I can get into Facebook groups and page on StreamYard. So I am able to post to my Facebook business page on StreamYard. I haven't figured out how to get it to cross post into my group on StreamYard. So I'll do a little test. I'm just rambling. Hey, good morning. But okay, so the last word on the street was about finding an agent, preferably me. It's a little piece of my hair that's sticking up. It's really bothering me. So that was about, you know, working with an agent. And of course, I want to be the agent that you work with. But now I want to get on to something else, which is pricing. And so I wanted to discuss pricing on leasing a space. If you are currently doing it by yourself, you know, no problem with that. You guys know sometimes you do what you do. And even though I encourage people to work with an agent, there are some people who are able to do it on their own, and that's okay. So if you are in the process of trying to figure out what you can afford, you might be looking on the internet, Prexy, LoopNet, these other websites, and you're seeing a price. Man, I can't wait until I start sharing my screen. I could actually pull up some properties for you and give you an example so you can see what I'm talking about. So when we look at the pricing on leasing commercial real estate, you'll see usually it's in an annual. It is annual. It's not a monthly rate. So you'll see sometimes we can put it on the internet as a monthly rate, but the standard is to put the lease as an annual rate, and then you divide it by 12. to get the monthly rate. So when you guys are looking on these websites and you see a commercial space, it might say $25 per square feet, and it might have a slash and say annual. So what you want to do is take the price, multiply it by the square feet, and then divide it by 12. So what I'm talking about right now is called your base rent. So that's what I wanted to make sure when we're talking about leasing, you guys know that you have your base rent, your base price, which is just how much you're going to be charged for the unit. And then you have your common area charges, your CAM charge or your triple net. Then you get into what type of lease it is. There are some leases that are gross and they're full service. So that means everything pretty much is covered in that rent. Other rent, most of the time, the landlord, the owner or the landlord has that lease on a triple net. N. When you see that, that's a triple net, and it identifies how much of the owner's expense the tenants are responsible for. So if you guys want me to break down the different expenses when it comes to triple net, gross net, double net, modified, I can do a video on that. Just let me know and I can break that down for you. But what I want you guys really to understand when it comes to leasing a space and the pricing is you typically have two items that you have to take into consideration. And this is just for the rent. We'll get into build out and all that other stuff later. So you have your base rent. It's usually advertised. You will see some that says negotiable or call for pricing. Now, when it says negotiable, you guys know I'm an agent. I'm here to negotiate for you. So in my opinion, everything is negotiable. Okay. But you have to understand that that may not be the bottom line fee. When we call the agent, then the agent might tell us, okay, there's a triple net CAM charge of X, Y, and Z, and all that stuff. So let's go back to the scenario. I said if you had a space that was $25 per square feet, and let's just say for simple math, you have a space that's 1,000 square feet. So that's $25,000 per year. That's how much you will pay every year just in base rent. So if you divide that by 12, that rent is going to be $2,083 per month. However, if this lease is a triple net, and let's just say the triple net is, we're going to just use good numbers, even numbers, $5 per square feet. I write stuff down because if I turn around and forget the numbers I gave you guys, then if you're doing the calculations with me, you're going to get messed up. Okay, so what we do is you have the $25 per square feet for the base rent. Then you add on the $5 for the CAM charge, your common area maintenance charge. Those are if you're in, oh, I forgot to mention the CAM charge only applies if you're if you have other tenants in the building with you. If you're a single tenant, the owner can pass those expenses on to you, but it's called something else because if there's no common area, you're the only tenant, but that's something a little different. So now if you are sharing a space in this building with another tenant and you guys have common area that you share, that would be hallways, restrooms, like utility closets and things like that. Now your rent is $30 per square feet. That's $25 for the base rent. You see, I had to look at my notes. $25 for the base rent and then $5 for the CAM. Now you're at $30 per square feet and your space is 1,000 square feet. So we multiply that and that gives us $30,000 per year that you will pay for your base rent and your CAM charges. When we divide that by 12, it's going to give you a monthly rent of $2,500. Okay. So you guys, I hope that this word on the street, the tip on how to calculate your lease rate was helpful. If you think it's helpful, if you learned something from this, please drop a comment down below. Let me know what was your biggest takeaway. If you have questions about how to determine the price of a lease, or you have a property that you've been eyeballing and the price is not there, it says negotiable or it says call for more information, call me email me and I'll be happy to help you figure out what's going on with that space. You guys, I'm Yalanda Winston, your commercial real estate partner, advisor, and negotiator with EXP. And this has been Word on the Street. If there's something that you would like to learn about leasing, please email me, DM me, drop a comment, Google me. You can find my number. I don't put it on social media, but I always tell you guys, it's easy to find if you look for it. But you can email me at yo@yowinrealty.com. See you guys in the streets.